What's up, everyone? Welcome to the show. Tonight we are taking this glued up cedar fence board, picket, and turning it into a nice little jewelry box as a gift. We also have some walnut that we glued up last night that we're going to make some little kind of wooden jars out of, where we're going to cut off the bottom, cut off the top, glue the bottom back on, cut the inside out with a bandsaw, shape it all, sand it down all nice, and we'll have a couple cool little boxes, 3 little boxes. And we've got, let me get these out of the way. Then we've got this big piece of walnut here, which this is going to be another jewelry box, Bandsaw box style, where it's going to have one big drawer here, and then it'll have a space up here that'll be hollowed out, have a nice little lid on top. So hopefully we can get to that one. Then we have these 2 pieces of wood. This is a piece of madrone burl that had a lot of cracking and checking in it, so we hit it with a ton of CA glue last night, and hopefully that's going to keep it together and we can make something nice out of this. This is a random little scrap of wood that we just made a little tray out of last night. Then we have this piece of walnut, which I'm not sure what it's going to be, and I pulled it out of the scrap pile. There's something about it, you know? So maybe we can turn this into a nice something, dude. Yeah, there's like crazy figure to the grain here. So stabilized all this cracking and checking last night with CA glue, stabilized this knot and stuff. So let's see if we can turn that into something too. But for now, let's get started on this jewelry box from a cedar fence board. We glued this up earlier in the morning, so it's had about 6 hours for the glue to harden. Should be fine. Let's get the clamps off this one. Oh yeah, and then we have a couple other glue ups down here. There's one I'll show you in a second that we matched the face grain on the cedar fence board, and then we're going to end up using the face as the front, or the end grain as the front. It's going to be pretty dope. I'll show you guys that one in a minute. Welcome everybody that just joined. I see some people just came in. First order of business here is we are going to make a sweet little jewelry box out of what was once a cedar fence board. We tried that in here a couple weeks ago and it turned out really nice. It was a nice result. This is about $4 in materials here. So they make really nice gifts. They don't cost you a lot in materials. If you have the tools to make them, it is an affordable way to give somebody you care about something very, very nice, handmade. So there it is. This is our big giant chunk of cedar, dude. Pretty soon, that will be a little jewelry box, or maybe even a nice box that somebody could put on their mantelpiece and keep cool stuff in there, whatever. Keep your USBs in there. I don't know, man. Whatever you want to put in there. This is the one I was talking about, and I think this one's going to turn out pretty magic. Is my guess for this one, guys. I had to use the big clamps on these because I was running low on clamps, as always. Speaking of, I mention this every episode, but if there's anybody from Irwin watching this show, hit me up. If you're from Irwin, you work at Irwin, corporate, or whatever, hit me up, dude. I'm trying to get sponsored by you guys, so that's what I'm saying. We're just getting started on this night's live stream. It is 5:48 Pacific time. That storm is just finally settling in over here. It's starting to rain. And we're out here on a Saturday night. We're gonna be making stuff, dude. Okay, so yeah, this is the one. This is the one right here that we're going to, we organized the face grain there so that like all the grain kind of matched, and then there was that knot in the middle, and that's going to be the face of one of the boxes, and I think it's going to look pretty good, dude. Who do we got here? Yo, hello, welcome. Is it Athena? Atheneth? Welcome to the shop. So we got those. We got one more. I'm not going to take it out of the grips yet. Just gotta make some room here. I got all these little pieces, dude, that I think they could end up being something cool, but I'm just sitting here. 5867, hello. Welcome. I think we should work on this big one first, guys. Let's get this big one going, dude. Yeah, so we're going to make like a jewelry box, like a bandsaw style jewelry box out of these cedar fence boards. Let me, like something like this. Out of these cedar fence boards that we glued up earlier. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that. By the end of this little program, you should know how to make one of these. Yeah, so let me point, I'm going to point you guys over at my bandsaw. So I'm just going to move you guys over here. And let me double check that you can see. Okay, it's pretty good. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot to put on my safety equipment, guys. That would be foolish. That would be very foolish. So, always try to wear your respirator. You want to protect your lungs. Safety glasses, protect your eyes. And protect your ears, guys. Okay, so now we kind of have our rough shape. This is gonna be the front. We have our rough shape of this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the back off of it. Once I cut the back off of it, then I'm gonna cut the drawers out. Then once I cut the drawers out, we're gonna take those out, hollow those out, cut the front and the back off the drawers, and then we'll get to gluing it back together. So just hang tight. I'll just shout out what I'm doing as I'm doing it so you guys can follow along. I like to mark my pieces as I'm going, just little notes, so that I remember where it's supposed. Now I'm going to cut the drawers out of this thing. Edson, hello! Oh, I knocked you guys over. Sorry about that. Hello! Alright guys, so real quick, I'm going to cut the front and the back off these drawers, and then I'm going to hollow out the inside, and then we can glue them back together, and then they'll be the drawer. No. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to move you back over here to the workbench view. And we got all the parts cut off for this, I think we need to do. Now we can get into gluing it all together. So there's kind of, this is what it's going to look like when it's complete. Be a pretty cool looking box. But for now we have to get to gluing it back together. And this is why I always put a little mark on my pieces, dude, so I remember where they go. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this back on, the bottom back onto the top. Yo, thank you. What up, Goodwood? First thing we'll do is we'll glue this one back on, clamp it. And yeah, I'm going to use CA glue for this one though. Get this clamp. One of these clamps. Maybe I should have unclamped this one over here. These are useful clamps. The reason why I cut the bottom all the way off was to make it, just kind of make it easier to get in there and cut these out. You'll see in a second here. Anybody that's just tuning in, we are making some nice little gifts, dude. We're going to make some bandsaw style jewelry boxes out of cedar fence boards. So this block of wood here was a cedar fence board this morning. And then I cut it apart and glued it back together into a big block. Now we're going to make a cool little gift out of it. So you can, if you got tools, you can make a nice little gift for somebody. I want to say this is about $4 worth of material here, and then your time, of course. So this clamp, bro. That was a 7. So yeah, so if you have the tools and a little time, you can make affordable gifts for people. Not break the bank. This is going to be a great gift. I mean, when they open this, when they get this, they're going to be really, really pumped. Can I squeeze that together? Yeah. I don't want to go too hard on the soft wood, the clamp. Oh wow, that wasn't really on there. This is going to be like a jewelry box, or like a mantelpiece that people can put stuff in. It's going to be just a little cool little box. Kind of like it's going to be like a big one of these. It's the style's called Bandsaw box. So we're going to set this aside for a second. Give that glue a tiny bit of time to dry. It's CA glue though, so it won't take it too long. I want these clamps right here for the drawers. We're going to put our drawers together. Just like this. Harry, what's up? Good to see you. Harry, did you see I pinned your post in the community section? Those are some cool looking coolers, dude. It makes me want to make one, not to sell, but to just like have it. Just because it's badass, Like I know if I made those, I would have to make at least 2. One for me and then one to sell or whatever. Way more styling than bringing some plastic cooler by itself, Like, yeah, right on, dude. Yeah, that's a cool project. Looks good, man. Guys, if you're just now tuning in, haven't tuned in, I found out yesterday. I'm sort of a new YouTube creator. I haven't been streaming very long. I've had my channel for a while, but it used to be a gaming channel a long time ago. Anyways, I found out yesterday there's a community section on my YouTube page. And so I made it so that that subscribers can post on the community section on my YouTube. And then that way, when you guys make stuff, you can post it and everybody can check it out. And that part of the page will be more about you guys and what you're building, Because I'm interested in what you guys build, dude. I spend a lot of my free time watching woodworkers on YouTube myself. Oh, Harry, let me show you this, man. I glued up this cedar fence board this morning, but I did it like so that we can use this the face grain is like the front of the box. Look at that face grain, dude. Got it all matched up. Got a cool looking knot that we stuck together. I think it's gonna be dope. I'm excited to get to that one. But yeah, welcome everybody. If you're new to the channel, dude, if you like woodworking, subscribe. Help me build a channel. I'm a small time YouTuber, dude. Trying to make it happen. So if you want to help out, dude, subscribe. Dude, cedar smells so good when you're working with it too. It's nice, dude. It's super nice. You should, Harry, you should try the cutting up a cedar fence picket, gluing it back together and making a box out of it for an affordable and very cool little gift for someone, you know? Everybody I've given one of these little boxes to so far this year has seemed pretty stoked about it, you know? I'm gonna unclamp this one just because I need the clamps, or I'm gonna need the clamps, I think. So yeah, guys, if you're watching, if you're a woodworker or any kind of craft person, feel free to post your projects in the community section of my YouTube page. We can all check it out. I'm excited about that, actually. I'm excited about that feature. Holy smokes, 1,000 planters, dude. You got a bunch of jigs. You got a bunch of jigs and templates set up for that. You kind of would have to, huh? I just wanted to free up the clamps. All right, the base of this is likely pretty dry. Yeah. That's a lot of planters, dude. That's like the hardware store must have been fucking sick of seeing you coming, dude. Keeps buying all of our cedar. Oh, nice. I did some planters for the wife earlier this year. She wanted some planters, so I did a bunch of those for her. I was gonna sell them, and then like I got into doing other stuff, and it's like where I live, there's not a lot of people, and so like I kind of have to rely on selling stuff online and shipping it, and then like planters are expensive to ship because they're big, you know. So I kind of decided to move away from that. Maybe if there was more people around here. Welcome everybody. I see there's a whole bunch of people in here. 94, that's incredible. This is my nightly shop stream. Try to get in here every night. Stream the little building process. I've been streaming on YouTube every night for about 6 weeks or so. Been streaming every night. It's going pretty good. We're up to like 430 subscribers, and we're up to about 1,000 watch hours, 1,300 watch hours after this morning. So it's slowly chugging along. It's good times, but yeah, feel free to hang out. If you want to post your work in the community section, everybody feel free so we can check it out. I know there's a lot of crafts people that roll through here, so I'm interested in checking out your work. Harry here, who you see in the chat, is quite the woodworker himself, and he's posted some of his, we have some of his work posted in the community section. Some like wooden coolers that he makes. They're super dope. Make sure you check those out before you bail. Do you mind me asking about what those coolers go for? I would think those coolers could go for like 200, 300 bucks, right? One more clamp on this one. Uh-oh, what happened there? What's happening? It's okay. Just a little tight, and I don't want to tighten too hard on this cedar because these clamps will just dig right into it, dude. Set this aside for now. We'll get back to it, dude. Let's oh, you know what we can do while we're waiting for that to sort itself out? We can cut out this box, guys. So I'm gonna point you guys towards the bandsaw. We're now going into bandsaw view. High-tech camera system is literally just balancing my phone on different devices and objects here in the shop. Oh yeah, that makes sense, dude. They look like they're like high quality and a lot of work. Man, Etsy, I've been able to sell a couple stuff on Etsy, but they take a lot of dough, man. I guess it's cool though. It gives you a market. I like that they handle all the back end stuff. Can we see the bandsaw from there? Sort of. A little better.
So that'll be the face of this one. Yeah, shipping kind of kills me, Harry. It's like sell something for $75 and you end up with $50 after shipping and fees and stuff. And you got to kind of price that in. So you got to price that in so then everything starts getting more expensive, you know. Now we're gonna try to cut this out vertically. Okay, so we had a piece break off here. Not a big deal. We had this piece break off. Not a huge deal. We can glue it back together for sure. Let's just see which way it went. That's not the way. That's not the way. That's the way. So I'm just going to mark this one, guys, how I want to glue it back together. I do believe that was the front. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's going to be fine. And this will be the drawer. It's going to be a nice long drawer. I'm going to cut the front and the back off the drawer right now. Because it's round, I'm going to use a clamp on it. Just get the front and the back together. So once I cut the front and the back out, then we'll cut out the inside, glue that back together. Have a nice big drawer. All right, now we're going to hollow out the drawer, guys. And I'm going to use this, I think. Okay, guys, so we had a couple very unfortunate mishaps right there while we were cutting that one out. And I think it's savable. I guess that's what happens when you're cutting into it that angle, maybe. Yeah, so the drawer fell apart, dude. Bottom of the drawer fell apart. So we are going to have to get that together. That's going to be damn near impossible to clamp too, dude. Maybe I don't need to clamp it. Maybe I can just fucking hold it for like 2 minutes. That was an unfortunate thing that happened right there. Well, while I'm trying to glue this joint together by hand here,
thanks for hanging out, everybody. Welcome to the shop. I'm here every night. We have a community page. There's a community button on my page that takes you to the community where I'm encouraging people to post their work. And I'll pin it to the top. Right now we have some of Mr. Harry White's custom coolers that he posted in there. We have those pinned. Those are pretty dope, dude. Makes me want to make one. So yeah, post your work. Don't forget to follow or subscribe to the page. I am a tiny YouTuber trying to make it happen. So we're close though. We're close to the first milestone, which is 500 subscribers, and we're at like 430, dude. Last I checked. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, this broke apart, and it's kind of a weird piece to clamp. And so I put some CA glue on it, and I'm just squeezing it together, clamping it myself for now. I think you should do a video on them, Harry. That would be dope. Then link it in the community page, man. And maybe some of the eyes that come this way will go that way. High tide raises all boats, as they say. Okay, so this is feeling pretty good. We will hit it with another bead. And another bead here. We'll set that there, hope for the best. We have another area to glue up here. A couple areas. There was another break. There was another break during all that cutting that we need to address. I'm going to just stabilize this glue that I dripped. So yeah, also, while I was cutting that, this broke. The frame or the body of the project here broke. Doesn't look right, dude. Is that right? Doesn't look right, dude. All right. That is right. All right. So we're gonna have to clamp this one back together, dude. Here's that big drawer. Pretty nice. Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate on this one, guys. But it'll be okay. We'll glue this. Once this joint is stable, then we can glue this. Get a little clamp action on that, dude. Nothing too serious. Just a little quick clamp. We'll give that a couple minutes, dude. That unfortunate thing there. Gluing the ends on this one will help it. Gluing the ends on will help hold that middle together too. So it's gonna be fine. Sometimes things happen, dude, and you gotta fix it. That's what we're doing. Mustafa, hello. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. We are making a little gift box out of a cedar fence board. And this one has been fighting us, dude. We've had some mishaps along the way, but I think we're gonna get it sorted out. I think it'll get sorted out here. Oh no, I almost glued myself to it. That's not good, man. Yo, I got so much of this glue on myself the other night I couldn't open my phone with my thumbprint, dude, or my fingerprint. There we go. Okay. Definitely don't want to go too tight on this one since we've already broken it twice. Dude, okay. This one should be good for the next phase. I kind of feel like woodworking, a big part of woodworking is just fixing your screw ups, dude. Well, at least it is for me. I'm sure there's plenty of you that are maybe more skilled at this than I am. No, that was not the way. There you go, dude. And now I got CA glue all over my hand again. So this will be one of the drawers on it. That'll be the other drawer right there. Let's take it out of its bondage here. Once again, if anybody from the company Irwin is watching, yo, dude, shoot me a message. I want to talk to you about something. Just want to talk to you. Is that, I can't read that, it's too small. Latrimble? Latrimble, hello, welcome. One of the other nice things about cedar as opposed to like the walnut I've been working with a lot, it is so much nicer to sand cedar than walnut, dude. You'd be like sanding walnut for 20 minutes and it barely does anything. If you're just now joining the stream, we are making a pretty cool little gift box, little jewelry box thing out of a cedar fence board. And the idea here is making somebody a nice, affordable. Okay, this needs to be sanded down before it's going to fit in there. This will be one drawer. This will be the other drawer. So yeah, the concept here is making somebody a nice, affordable gift that looks beautiful, it's useful, and saving money on materials. This is $4 in materials here. And a couple glued up hands, and a couple hours later they'll have a nice gift. Also, guys, don't let me forget to put drawer pulls on it. I did that last night. I love the smell of this cedar, guys. This was like a smell cam. And I'm going to move you guys over here to the belt sander view. And we're going to do a little bit of belt sanding. Let me get this safety equipment on. Gonna do some belt sanding on this real quick. You guys in belt sander view. Here we go. All right, guys, we had another boo-boo ass moment, and I destroyed this thing. So gonna re-glue it. See how that goes. We'll re-glue this, we'll re-clamp it, dude. I need to get the thicker CA glue, that's what's going on. We'll revisit this one in a moment. I think this drawer, yeah, this drawer fits though, so that's cool. Set this one aside. We'll see how this one's doing. Welcome everybody, let's just get in here. It is the nightly shop stream, and tonight we are making cool little bandsaw style boxes out of cedar fence boards, and that is so boo-boo ass right there. Hi there, hello, welcome. I think for this I'm gonna need a chisel, dude. That one looks like a good one. Because this one broke, I should probably clamp that one too. But this one broke and had to be glued in a couple spots. So, Tim Reed, what's up? So yeah, this one I screwed up, gluing it back together, and I'm just gonna get in here with a chisel and try to get this ridge off of here. Tim, we're making the old boxes out of fence boards again. And that worked, actually, that worked. That worked well. It got most of that lip off. A little bit of sandpaper. It'll be okay. All right. That was way easier than I anticipated. Dude, that didn't look super great on camera, huh? If anybody was wondering, this right here is why your mom loves me. All right, let's glue this joint. This has been a, oh, you know what? I guess we can deal with that on the sander. Yeah, we'll deal with that on the sander. While that dries. Good sized drawer on this one. This one cracked all the way down the middle while we were on the bandsaw, so we had to glue it there. Yeah, that goes like that. Yeah, this has been kind of like that tonight, Tim. There's like, the other one cracked. This one cracked in a couple spots. And yeah, it happens, dude. It happens. It is also a bummer. But whatever. Keep moving. By the time we're done, you won't even be able to tell.
We're gonna let that sit for a while. Nice. It is pretty caveman, dude. Hey, something went right tonight. Very good. So yeah, that'll be a cool. Somebody will be stoked to get that as a gift, huh? You got to picture it with the drawer pulls and all sanded and finished. But yeah, I think somebody would be excited to get that as a gift, dude. Don't you guys? Like if somebody made you that and gave you that for like the holidays, you wouldn't be like, hell yeah, thanks, buddy. You know, you got a big drawer, and you got a little drawer. Hey, it's pretty good, right? Let's do a little bit of everybody's favorite time, sanding time. You know you love that sanding time, everybody. We're going to start off with some 80 grit. Hi there, welcome to the shop. We are making a little holiday gift box out of a cedar fence board that we glued up this morning, and we're cutting it all out and sanding it all up tonight. Welcome to the shop. Yeah, thanks, Tim. It ended up looking pretty good, huh? I just tried to alternate the dark side because each side of that cedar had like one side of the board that was darker and one side that was lighter, so I just alternated them. Ended up pretty cool. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a little CA glue in this crack here and then sand it back down. I just want to be certain that it's stable, you know. Frederick, hello. Welcome to the shop. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, preventative maintenance. I just want to make sure that doesn't become a problem in the future. And since we're here, dude, I don't know if these cracks are too fine for the old sawdust glue trick, but we can try it. We can certainly give it a shot, dude. Get a little bit in there at least. Oh, yeah. Hey, welcome everybody that's just now tuning in. We are making cool little gift boxes out of cedar fence boards. Giveaway for the holidays. Good little affordable gift idea if you got the tools in your shop. And people like being given handmade stuff. Still to this day, I know that we live in a very disposable, fast culture, but I think people still appreciate handmade stuff from time to time. Hey, good evening, Gene. Welcome. We got another woodworker in here. Just want to let you guys know that I found out there's a community tab on my YouTube page, so I checked it out and I made it so that subscribers can also post photos and stuff in there. So if any of you guys want to like post your photos of your work or videos of your work in that channel on my page on the community tab, feel free to, man. I'd love to see what you guys are up to, what you all are working on. And we're going to use that space, the community tab. We're going to use that to be more about what y'all are up to, dude. You know? And check out your guys' work because I love seeing it. What I have been doing before that was have people message me on Facebook the work, but this would keep it all in one place and allow everyone else to see it. Oh, and Gene, this is a cedar fence board that we're turning into a box. I don't know if I mentioned that after you popped in. Turning a cedar fence board into a nice little gift box. Hi. Yeah, you know, it's like $4 worth of wood to make a really cool gift for somebody that I'm sure that they would appreciate getting. So yeah, it's like I don't have a lot of money, but I do have time on the weekends and after work to make stuff. So this holiday, people are getting handmade stuff from me. Yo, it makes me happy to hear that, man. If you feel like sharing any of your work, you can post it in the community tab and we can check it out. No pressure though. I just lost the dust collector. It just popped off. I just went for a walk somewhere, bro. Where'd it go? What? Oh, it's way back there. I'll be right back. I gotta go get my dust collector. It was down there in the Black Widow's house down there. my hand a break for a second there. And also I wanted to take another quick little gander at this. Yeah. That's definitely pretty nice, dude. I love doing this style of box because it's not straight lines and it just looks so organic, you know, and like I dig it. As Tim said, it reminded him of like a Flintstones living room thing or something. I like the curved lines. I dig it, dude. I like the freedom to like be able to make whatever shape you want almost out of these, you know. I really enjoy making these ones. Hey, you know, thank you. I appreciate you saying that, man. Thank you. I keep finding these spots that need the old glue. Dude, I totally get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Also, Tim, now I know you're at least as old as I am, bud. If you know what the Flintstones were. That's funny, man. It does kind of look like that, huh? I should lean into that and just literally make that one of these days. Kevin, what's up? Welcome back. Hello. We're making this, make another one of these boxes out of cedar fence board. Oh, Kevin, did you start on that cedar fence board box yet? If so, dude, throw some photos up in the community page. On my page, the community tab. Let's check it out. Okay, more of this. More of this to deal with. It's okay. Did they not glue up right or something? I've been having trouble tonight with these ones, Kev. It's like I had this other one over here, it cracked apart in like 2 or 3 different places, and then this one's had a lot of little gaps we've had to fill with the sawdust and glue, but working through it. It's gonna be all right, I think. I know this is just like on the bottom or whatever, but I'll know it's there, so I gotta fix it. Oh yeah, dude, that can happen. You'd really have to like clamp the shit out of them, I guess, or you have to throw them through a planer. Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. Something didn't feel right, and I realized I wasn't sanding on this old walnut board that I, for some reason, like to sand on. Yeah, we didn't get the back at all.
Hey, thank you.
I'm going to call it good on the 80 grit on that one, dude. Move on. Otherwise, I'll just end up sanding it away to dust eventually, I think. The cedar's so soft that it's like when I flip it over to work on another side, I end up putting dents on the one side, and then we're gonna go back and fix the dents and dent the other side. Started feeling like a huge pain in the ass right there. But this one should be good. This one should be all right to work on now. We can get them both sanded down to 80. I want to say that I appreciate you guys hanging out in here, man. And it's really starting to feel like we got a little crew together here. And I like that. We got a little community going, and I like it. So I appreciate y'all. And guys, if you're watching the channel and you're not subscribed, it's all good. Don't worry. Your mom already is. I'm wondering if I should take this to the sander or the chisel, dude, and I'm thinking sander. Anyways, this is for the people that weren't here earlier. This glue, this one we did. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. This one we did. This isn't going to fit in until it gets sanded off, but we did it the other way, where the ingrained is on the face of it, and then we kind of matched the grains up. So this will look, I think this will look real good. This one was the most bothersome one so far. It cracked here. It cracked here. It cracked here. The drawer cracked in half. And I think we've got it. I think we've got it okay. I'd like for this one to turn out. It's going to be a nice big cubby hole thing, you know. It's got a really dope face on it. But yeah, I'm going to move you guys over to the old belt sander cam. Here we go. I'm moving you guys.
And I'm going to try to just get this knocked down here. Get this all nice and smooth and flat. Just rough on this sander. And then we'll get the drawer to fit. And then we'll take it back to the bench. Finish it up from there. I hope it doesn't keep falling apart. Oh, dude, that's working great. That is working fantastic, dude.
Yeah, that's my high-tech camera holder. Is just that drawer of that box.
I'm just trying to get this back of this one to fit. It's getting close, guys. It's getting close on this one. We're in. We're good. Wait. Need to come back. Ooh. All right, guys, I'm gonna move you guys back to the bench view. Here we go. First, I'm gonna dust you off. And we're gonna go back to the bench view. And this is actually starting to look pretty good. Pretty good, guys. Looks like some more people joined. Hey, welcome to the shop. What we're doing tonight is we are making some little gifts. Some cool little bandsaw boxes out of cedar fence boards. Yeah. This one's not bad, huh? What was it first for you, Tim? Getting stuck in a drawer or getting blown off afterwards? What a time to be alive. Yeah, this fan looks good on the top too. I guess it doesn't show up in the camera as much. When this is oiled, that's going to look really slick.
Nico, hello and welcome. I'm going to give my hand a break for a second, guys, because that thing really hammers on it. And you know what? I forgot to get the back. So.
And look what we have.
We've got another candidate for the old sawdust and glue action right there. I mean, it's already glue. I don't know. We're going to hit it. Why not? We're here. Hit it now just in case. In case down the road it wants to be problems. We'll just deal with it, dude, right now. Oh, and over here too. That is one of the kind of drawbacks of using the gluing together the cedar like this, is that you do end up feeling a lot of cracks and gaps or whatever. But also, I didn't sand these before I sandwiched them, so that's probably having, you know, a little bit to do with it. Let's just spray some accelerator on there so we can work on it right away. Looks like we got a bunch more people just joined. Welcome everybody to the shop. This is the nightly shop stream. We do this every night. Tonight we are making these cool little, just making a couple of different little gifts. They're boxes for the holidays, and we're making these out of cedar fence boards. So it's just a little, you know, make each one for about $4. Makes a really nice gift. It doesn't cost you a whole bunch to give everybody a nice handmade present. I want to get back to sanding. Good talk. Oh yeah, nah. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, dude. Do it. You know, I've never even thought to do that, dude. That's probably a good idea. It is definitely an oily wood for sure, dude. That's a good idea. Maybe mineral spirits would work for that too, huh? Yeah, so that would explain why it, like, the drawer didn't hold earlier and it kind of started cracking. Is that water? Is this water based? I've been using cyanoacrylate on this one. I did, however, use the wood glue to squeeze them all together. Are you saying to treat it with the to wipe it down with the acetone before doing the big glue up? Because I'll do that on the next one, dude. If that's what you're saying. Yeah, I'll try that on the next one. I've noticed that's like kind of been the problem with these is like keeping them together, really. All right, guys, here's the, this one's been sanded down to 80 grit. It's just like a little, it's time to go to one. Oh, this one is, that is a tired. We'll get a little more life out of that one. Going to 120 here. We'll just get through these at 120. Did I just build a little drum, dude? Yo, if I made this with thinner panels, that would be a perfect little... I'm putting that on the list, dude. I'm putting that on the list right here, dude. I could make a wood drum out here. I should. Sidetracking. Did you get any slabs out of it? Did you get any decent slabs out of that? Yo, some cedar slabs would be super nice to have. Dude, you can make some cool stuff with that. Yeah, throw some pics on the community tab. Guys, if you're watching, Harry in the chat there, he posted some pics of these like wooden coolers that he builds in our community tab, and they are pretty awesome, dude. So give them a look. Also, the community tab, guys, is a place for subscribers to like post their work, and we can check it out. So we are getting a little community going here. We got a crew of super cool woodworkers that hang out, and I'd like to see your guys' work without you having to, send it to me on Facebook or whatever. And if you feel like sharing your work, throw it in the community tab on my page, and we can all check it out. I'm gonna get back to sanding. All right, I'm gonna go check this out while we're here. That's what's cool. How do I get there? Visit community. Oh yeah, those are nice. I like the one on the left, dude. If you guys want to see what Harry just posted in the community, these are some cedar slabs he did up. Yeah, those are dope, dude. I think you can make a cool little like a small little bar like on the wall or whatever, or something like that. Tiny bar. That's what I'm seeing. Little bar, maybe a little table. That one on the left, I would almost just like lacquer that and put it on the wall.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Yeah.
So, oh, nice, dude. Very cool. Something I've noticed about the cedar, like fence boards, is once you sand them, like the grain is super nice, dude. I mean, that's a $4 fence board, but the grain is very, very nice. That's what I've noticed about those.
Check that grain out. You'll see a lot better once it's oiled. But yeah, I mean, the grain on a cedar fence board can end up being really nice.
All right, guys, we're going to go up to 180 grit. Let me get something to wipe these down with. Guys, if you were in here last night, then you remember all those emergency vehicles outside. I found out that's like an event they do every year called the Candy Cane Run, and they get all the emergency vehicles to like do a big parade through town or whatever, and that's what all that was. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool thing to have happen in the middle of a stream. Just kind of knocking the dust off this. Heavy rainfall coming in is what that alert is. That was a watch out, big rain's coming alert. I think I'm going to try to make a wooden drum soon, dude. That would be dope. All right, guys, we're going to hit it with that 180 grit. What do they charge you to slab it up? They only charge you $25 to cut it into slabs. That's awesome, dude. All right, guys, I'm gonna do I want to take a break from sanding because it's been a while, and I wanted to do a little poll. So I'm gonna write the poll, and the poll is gonna be: these are sanded to 180, so the poll is gonna be oil them at 180, sand them to 220, or sand them all the way to 320 and then oil. So I'm gonna set up the poll. Just setting up the poll right now, guys. Just a sec. Let's throw that poll out there, dude. When do you guys think? When do you guys want to oil these ones, dude? We can oil them now at 180, and it'll be fine. But if we oil them at 220 grit, they're gonna be a little bit nicer, a little bit smoother, but it is going to take longer. What's happening here? If we oil them all the way to 320, they'll be super nice. But that's going to take quite a while. We got a 220 vote. We got a 180 vote. Let's get some more votes. We'll give it a couple of minutes, dude. Let my hand rest. I got to get a better orbital sander, dude. This one tires my hand out quickly. All right, guys, there's the poll. When to oil these boxes that I've been working on, dude. We can oil them right now at 180. We can oil them at 220. We got 2 votes for 220, or we can oil them at 320. We got 2 votes for 220. Thankfully, no votes for 320, dude. I didn't really want to go that many more grits. You know, I get to vote too, right? Can I vote? No, I can't. Okay, I cannot vote. Yeah, I need a new sander, dude. This one is it was cheap. I got it because it was so cheap, but dude, it really tires my hand out. I feel like if it had more of a handle like this, you know, be a lot better than that. But I guess there's I don't know. It's not very ergonomic. It starts to tire my hand out. The freaking dust collector constantly falls off of it and rolls back into Black Widow land. So yeah. We got any more voters? Because we'll give it one more minute. I was hoping we get more. Oh, we got 220 still in the lead, but somebody voted for. Somebody wants me to be sanding tonight, dude. Oh man. Give it a little while. I'm cool with whichever one, dude. I probably would have went to 220 on these. 180 is fine. I was hoping everybody would just vote for 180. I could just fucking start oiling. That's some crazy wind out there. I don't know if you guys have heard that. Oh, this storm is blasting out here, dude. All right, guys. Looks like we're going to 220. Calling it on the poll. Here we go. Oh, I got to end it on this one.
Oh, excuse me.
Stay tuned, folks. We're going to be oiling these things pretty soon. Just one more grit to get through, and they all will be oiled. And this one, doing this one, inspired me to make a wooden drum. So I'm throwing a wooden drum on my project list, dude. Have any of you guys made a wooden drum yet? Damn, that's pretty badass, dude.
That is pretty badass, dude. That's the drawer face on that one.
All right, so I compromised and just did a quick 220. I want to get to oiling these boards, dude. Yeah, that's pretty smooth. It's oiling time, dude. Let me get set up for that. Well, we didn't get to a lot of the projects I had on the list, but that's okay. Oh, dude. You know what I almost forgot? Drawer pulls, dude. I had one that I liked for that. I like that for that. And it just so happens that a piece of the glue up fell off that, so bam. Let's sand on that. That's good. Let that sit there. Okay. Need to find one for this. Should I use the same size drawer pull? It'd be super big on the face. No. Yeah. The storm is wild, guys. I don't know if you can hear it on there, but it's going apeshit over here. There you go. I like that. Just a big, weird, funky looking drawer pull. I dig it. Oh, we need a drawer pull for this one too. What am I thinking? No. Yo, what do you guys think about the a triangle drawer pull on this? Because the box is a square, the drawer is a circle, so maybe Maybe a triangle drawer pull, dude? Yeah. Let's fire that up. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, because this is a nice little, it's like a piece of walnut from the burl that's got bird's eye on it. It's probably hard to see on there. Yeah, Gene, there's a guy I met that I've made friends with that lives like 30 minutes north of me, and he's a retired guy, and his retirement hobby is milling walnut and oak. So he's just got just some beautiful, beautiful wood over there. In my videos, you'll see, or in my shorts, I made a short about this bandsaw he's got. He's got a 36-inch tire dual bandsaw. It's like 12 feet tall. It runs on 3-phase power, 7.5 horsepower bandsaw. He got it. It was all messed up or whatever, and he rebuilt it. He's got that over there in his shop. I want to do like a long video about that bandsaw, and like interview him about what it was like to restore it and all that. I would love to do that. Alright, I'm gonna set up for oiling, guys. This is the magic part of the night, where the wood gets oiled. And we get to see what it looks like in its final form. Oh man. And then once we're done here, I'm gonna go crack a couple cold ones, dude. It's been a good week. Couple ice cold ones sounds fantastic right now. Well, you know what I need to do before we get into this? I need to sand off this freaking glue right here. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Oh, do not spill the CA glue everywhere. Watch yourself, dude. Got some figured walnut for the drawer pull. Let's get this one oiled up, folks. Oh yeah, we were gonna swipe all the dust off real quick. Let's get to oiling. Oh, and for these, I'm going to use the Danish oil. I'm going to use the black walnut colored Danish oil because I found that the cedar looks really good with that. Oh, and I need to prep over there too. Have somewhere clean to set these. Yeah, it's definitely storming Norman out there. It's going. Hopefully we don't lose power midway through this. Yeah, so here we have the black walnut Danish oil. It's gonna look beautiful on this wood here. And it's super windy and rainy outside, guys, so I don't feel like cracking the window and opening the door and getting all wet and cold in here, so I guess I gotta hurry up and oil these so I don't cook my brain too much from the fumes, dude. Here we go, guys. Moment of truth. Can I get a drum roll, dude? Drum roll, please. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm gonna go a little thicker, dude. A little thicker with this. Just kind of slop it on here. Wipe it off later. Oh, we got some drums. Thank you, folks. Yeah, look at that. Not bad for a fence board, huh, guys? Not bad for a fence board. I do like to get it on there a little thick and then come back in a few minutes and wipe it down. Just kind of flood it on there. Yo, look how that turned out. What? That's sick, dude. Oh, I can't wait to look at the face of that one. We did the ingrain face. Dude, the cedar fence board has turned out to be like it was just an experiment to see if we could make these really affordably. And they've turned out to be just beautiful boxes every single time, dude. Even with the mistakes and all that shit that I do. They just turn out absolutely beautiful. Oh yeah, dude. Another part I dislike, doing the insides. I should do the insides first every time. That way it's just freaking done with, you know? Dude, thank you for staying up late and hanging out, Tim. Oh, man. If you were here, I would give you a cold one, dude. Oh, no. See, I gotta remember to make these drawer holes big enough to get my hand in there. To anybody that's just tuning in, we made some little gift boxes out of cedar fence boards tonight. So you're looking at these 2 boxes. You're looking at about $10 or less in materials to make these, and you know, a few hours time. What are we into it? 3 hours or whatever. 3 hours of time plus the however long it took to, glue them up earlier. We'll call it 3.5 hours of time. $8 in material or so. And it makes a fantastic gift. Whoever gets this is probably going to be stoked. And if they're not, I don't need to be giving them gifts. Anyways. Trying to work that Danish oil. You guys like using Danish oil? We got some Danish oil fans in there. It's a good finish for stuff like this. All right, let's get these drawers for this one. I think that walnut's going to stand out nice against the cedar. Appreciate you guys, man. Oh yeah, dude. That looks like it's already super old. I mean, that looks like it's already 50 years old or whatever. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the walnut was a good choice, I think. It's nice when something goes right on a project that a bunch of stuff went wrong on. Whoa, dude. Easy on the oil, buddy. Holy crap, dude. That's a lot. Pour some into this one. It's cool because you can see the stripes inside. Dig it. I think one of these days soon I'm gonna get a little kit that I can start lining these with felt, you know. It's definitely on the list, but there's a lot of stuff on the list, dude. A lot of stuff. Anybody that's joining, we made these little bandsaw boxes as gifts out of cedar fence boards. Each one costs around $4, and to make 2, it's taken us about 3.5 hours. Yeah, Tim, it's like these end up turning out pretty good, and for how good they look, it's like if you didn't tell somebody that this was started out as a fence board, they would have no idea, you know. Don't go too much, bud. There we go. Just a touch. Just a wee bit. So I'd like to get it on there pretty thick, dude. And then I'll come back. Then I'll oil the other one. Come back through and wipe off any excess. Just let it drink, dude. Sometimes the wood's pretty thirsty and I don't want to drink up a bunch, so I like to get it on there thick, come back later, wipe off what it didn't take up. The cool thing about this Danish oil is if you get the first coat on there right, that's it. You don't need to put another coat of Danish oil on it. It protects it, it seals it, but it'll still look good if you put a couple coats of polyurethane on it. It's never a bad idea for one of these. I probably will end up putting polyurethane on this just because it's cedar. It's a little softer. Dude, that's crazy looking, bud. That's crazy looking, dude. Hold on, let's put it together, guys. That's cool, man. No, it's not thick enough right there. Oh, I didn't get the back. What was I? I was tripping out. Yeah, that's crazy because this dark Danish oil, like some of the face grain, it'll like turn it almost black. You know? I will set this here, come back in a bit and wipe it off. And start another towel. Let's do the inside of this one first so it's over with, man. Whoa, buddy. Whoa. Yeah, so this one I was like on what the face was gonna look like. So the back's gonna look sick. It's gonna match up. But the face is what's gonna be super dope on this one. dude, yeah. It's gonna be a little bit thicker on this. It's a pretty deep drawer on this one too. Yeah, dude. I'm pleased with these. I'm pleased with these for like $4 each of materials, man. Can't really beat it. Whoever gets these as gifts is gonna, I'm sure they're gonna be stoked. So, like overall, this is a really good project to do, guys. If you already have the materials, I mean, if you already have the tools, dude. If you got a bandsaw and the tools to do this, you can make beautiful gifts for, you know, $4 in material each, and just your time. You know, what is that? We'll call it almost 4 hours to make 2 of these total, including the glue up and everything. So, yeah, I think it's worth it. People get cool, beautiful handmade gifts. It doesn't cost you a fortune, you know. Using natural materials. It's just a win. It's a win-win, in my opinion. It's a win all the way around. And right now, I'm just wiping off any kind of excess so there's not big pools of it on there. So you don't get like splotchy areas as it dries. Dude, that came out so dope. That's a fence board. That's crazy. That's a fence board. Harry, good night, my friend. Thank you, man. They came out great. Thanks for posting your work in the community page, dude, and I appreciate you being here. Appreciate all you guys being here, man. Building a little crew, dude, hanging out in the shop. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Let's just do a little recap on. I'm gonna set this outside in the rain, and then I don't have to go rinse it all off. We'll let Mother Nature do. I'll be right back. And then we can recap. We can recap what we have in the lineup here. So we have another big block. We have another big block of the cedar to make something with. We have a bunch more cut cedar. We have a bunch more cut cedar that isn't glued up yet. We didn't get to these today. These are going to be wooden jars, basically, where we cut the bottom off, cut the top off, cut the drawer out, or cut the middle out, glue the bottom back on. The lid will have magnets, and it'll be like little Where's the other one? Be like little wooden storage containers. 3 different sizes. Hey Tim, thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you hanging out, dude. As always. And then we'll have at some point we got to work on this one, guys, which is a piece of madrone burl. Kind of a rare little chunk of wood that had a lot of cracking and checking, and so we stabilize that with CA glue. We're going to crack into that soon. Same thing with this. This was a piece of walnut I pulled out of the scrap pile. I think it's got promise. Sealed up all this, sealed up all that. So we'll see. I put a lot of CA glue in there, so hopefully it goes in there and grabs the fibers, holds them together. This is going to be another walnut box. This will be a super nice one, dude. It's going to have a big drawer here. And it'll have a compartment about this deep. And then a lid that you access the compartment. So yeah, that's what we're going to be working on coming up this week, guys. Tomorrow, this week. Today was fantastic. We built some beautiful, beautiful boxes. I'm not gonna actually bring these up front here. I see a bunch of people just jumped in the stream, so I'm gonna show you guys what we made tonight. It's got walnut drawer pulls, but this was a cedar fence board, and now it's a little gift box, or a little box that we're gonna use as a gift. People can put stuff in here, little keepsakes or whatever. And we made this one, which is the same concept, also out of a cedar fence board. So both of these boxes we were able to make in less than $10 in material, dude. So that's 2 absolutely beautiful handmade gifts for about 4 hours of time and less than about $8 in materials. So pretty exciting. I'm excited. I have a bunch of stuff that's kind of done. I have it under wraps over here. I'm not going to dig it up, but yeah. It's been a good week. You can go back and watch this video if you want to learn how to make these. They're pretty easy. I did make a bunch of mistakes on the other one, but was able to correct them, and it looks nice now. Anyways, guys, thank you everybody for tuning in, dude. It's getting late. I'm going to go crack a couple cold ones and enjoy my night and listen to the storm. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody coming through. Throw a subscribe. Trying to grow the channel. I'm a small YouTuber, so help out, please. I do this every night. I'm out here building stuff. We're trying to build a little community, so I've opened up my community tab. Gene, thank you. Appreciate you being here. I'm here every night. Gene, if you ever feel like sharing your work, you can throw it up in the community tab on my page, and we can all check it out. You know. But yeah. Appreciate you all, man. I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you again. I can sit here and ramble all night, so I gotta just cut it off here. Good night, guys. Thank you again.